Well, just a few months ago, we crowned a champion in the Big Three Championship with Bivouac outlasting Three's Company 50-47. It was the first Big Three championship for Bivouac in the 7th year of the league, created by Ice Cube. And if you like the Big Three on CBS, you're in luck. Ice Cube just announced the partnership will continue for the 6th consecutive season. It all begins June of 2025. And when the news is this big, we got to bring in the boss, Ice Cube, joining us this morning here on HQ to talk about all the excitement of the upcoming season. And Ice, this is big news. More growth, more interest, and of course, more basketball here on CBS. Just how much are you looking forward to this new season?
Oh, man, it's going to be a great season. Every year we've seen the competition get greater. We've seen the athletes really understand the 3-on-3 game and how to, be successful at it. So, 8 seasons in, we're lucky to be on a great network like CBS to, bring you Big Three action. And we're expanding to 11 weeks this year. It's just going to be a great one.
Definitely some changes I want to get into. The biggest thing that I saw, of course, was those 4 home bases in LA, Houston, Detroit, and right down here in Miami. Just kind of talk us through some of those changes we're expecting in the upcoming season.
Well, we spent, 7 years calibrating the league, really getting it, where it need to be as far as a game that's fun to play, fun to watch, rules that are great for the game. You're never out of it. So, once we did that, we knew we'd be at an inflection point where it's time to place these teams in cities and really get a big fan base behind each squad. Right now, we've sold 4 franchises, as you said: Los Angeles, Miami, Houston, and Detroit. So it's going to be great to see these teams represent great fan bases and take this league to the next level.
Is there a city you're most interested? I feel like this is a leading question, but is there a city you're most interested in seeing that logo being played at?
Chicago, New York, Dallas, would be great. We want to get the major cities, but we also got our eye on Mexico City. We got our eye on London and Toronto. So, we want to be international with this league.
It's a Dallas girly. That makes me feel good hearing that Dallas is potentially in the mix. Would love to see that out maybe at the American Airlines Center or something. Okay, so obviously a lot of changes coming with this upcoming season in June. As far as the basketball goes, because you and I were kind of chatting before we came up here, there's a lot of players in here that if you watch the game, there's some ballers in here. So from the basketball standpoint, what can we be expecting with this new upcoming season?
I mean, more ferocious action. You're going to see a lot more defense than you probably are used to seeing. Guys are really scrapping hard, to get those 50 points. And it's a sprint. And we've changed the game. If you look at the NBA All-Star game this year, they're going to set points. And so it's a game where you don't really have time to waste. You have to go full speed all the time. And I think people really dig that style. The players really like that style. The players like to be able to bang a little bit. And the players are now taking advantage of the rules, which, it took a few seasons for them to master. And the coaches are too. So it's a great game. The action is fun. You see multiple games if you come to the Big Three. It's just, what the fans really want.
Yeah, and it's exciting, too. The 3v3 just helps the basketball flow a little quicker. It makes for an exciting watch, like you said. I saw a report before we came up here that you extended an invitation to try out for Bronny James. I know you're a big Lakers guy here. Just in terms of Bronny James and your Lakers, what would it mean maybe to see him potentially playing in the Big Three? And what have you thought of the Lakers so far this season? They're 10-6. LeBron James looking every bit of the GOAT here. I just love your take there.
Well, he's in the NBA, and so, if he's no longer in the NBA, of course, we'd love to have him. But I want to see him in a Laker uniform, scoring points next to his pops. That'd be a great thing. Or contributing on the court. That'd be a great thing. That's my wish for Bronny James. Not to be in the big three, but if he happens to want to play, we definitely will welcome him with open arms. But at the moment, I think he's concentrating on getting on the Laker floor.
Yeah, got to get him on that Lakers roster first, but so special to see him and LeBron James. It was also special, Ice, to see you at the World Series earlier this year. You got to perform at Game 2. Obviously, the Dodgers got it done as well. Just what was it like performing at that game and just seeing the Dodgers finally win the World Series this season?
I mean, dream come true, magical, in so many ways. I grew up watching that rivalry in the World Series as a young kid, and to be a part of it now after so many years of waiting for that heavyweight matchup between the Dodgers and the Yankees. When they asked me to be a part of it, I jumped at it, and it was just a great setup for Game 2. Especially after Freddie Freeman's grand slam home run in Game 1 to take us to Game 2. So, Fernando Valenzuela had passed away, so we had a lot of angels looking down on us. Not the California Angels, not the LA Angels, but Dodgers. We had some help from above, no doubt, to win that series.
No, none of those LA Angels. We don't talk about them. Oh, man. The Dodgers are back, the Lakers are back, and so is the Big Three on CBS. Ice Cube, thanks so much for the time this morning. We look forward to next June and tip-off.
Can't wait.